Sagittarius, welcome to your general reading. This is going to be a general reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Keep in mind, this is for the Sagittarius collective. It's probably not going to resonate for all of you. In fact, I know it won't, okay? Because there's a lot of Sagittarius out there. And this is a general reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, check out the link to my website in the description box below. I'm going to start out with a few oracles, and after that, I will do the tarot. If you don't like the oracles, skip ahead with timestamps, okay? Excuse my nails. I'm apologizing ahead of time. It's spring in Michigan, gardening season, and my nails are a wreck. So I cannot hold off doing readings any longer. Okay. Spirit, what do we have for Sagittarius? Okay, our first oracle, letting go. Put these up here so we can see them. Messages for Sagittarius. Pure spirit, purification. So I'm already seeing a pattern. There could be things you're trying to let go of. Behaviors, situations, people, things you don't want in your life anymore, things that aren't working for you. So in doing that, letting go and kind of cleansing, you're purifying your life. Okay, so these two are already going hand in hand. Let me get one more for Sagittarius. Okay, I'm going to take the top one because two came out. Moonlight enchantment. Magic. It's kind of another purification for me. That's kind of some shadow work. Shadow work is similar to bringing out the things that usually aren't seen, things in your subconscious, okay? Maybe things you're not always aware of, or you kind of shove them down. That moon brings those things to the surface, okay? So it's a process of illuminating, letting go, so that you can purify your life. All right? Okay. All right, Sagittarius. Let's us move on to the tarot. I do pre-shuffle a bit ahead of time, just so we're not here shuffling, for 5 minutes. Messages for Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know the most right now? I also go with whatever message comes out because I believe that is the one that my guides want me to show you, okay? Nine of Swords in reverse. So some of you in the past could have been feeling really anxious, okay? It might have kept you up at night. We've got some anxious kind of energy. Your cards are flying out, Sagittarius. Page of Swords. Could be a child involved. There's a current energy of maybe someone's trying to tell you the truth about something. With this Page of Swords, and then Four of Pentacles, hanging on a little bit. Could be material. Let's see what else we get. Messages for Sagittarius. Oh my God, it hit the floor. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Oh my God, okay. Woo. So the anxiety that you had previously, some of you might still be dealing with that. It could have had to do with finances, material things. There could even have to do with a mother figure in your life, someone older than you. This is a queen here. Could be father figure as well. There's no gender in the tarot, going by what's on the card, which is Queen of Pentacles. Okay. This could relate to your own financial issues, stability. Current energy, we've got the Page of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like some of you are just trying to go with the flow, so to speak. Future energy, the Sun in reverse. Well, that's not good, Sagittarius. There could be something in the future that you want to hold on to. Okay? But I don't feel like that's going to be doing you any favors necessarily. Let's see what else we get. Actually, I want to get... Oh, I don't have room in the middle because of my candle. I'll deal with it. Okay, the World. So the thing in the past that could have been giving you anxiety, it could have come to a completion, okay? The World is completing a cycle. So some of you could have gone through hard times financially, materially, even stability-wise. Could be an issue of trying to be more independent on your own, okay? I feel like there's some things that made you so anxious that you had to let those things go in order to move forward, okay? Because I feel like if you didn't, you would have been stuck in a cycle, kind of like a never-ending cycle, all right? Let's see what we get now with... I'm still going to go back with my other deck, but I want to get 3 more first. What else for Sagittarius, please? Knight of Pentacles. More Pentacles here. It feels like currently it's a new kind of energy, okay? So in the past, if you release something, could even be a release of a mindset that you had surrounding perhaps money, some unfinished business, whatever that was, it feels like now you're building on your future, okay? Stability, job-wise, it still feels like it has to do with material things or financial, you know, your financial stability, because you've got this Knight of Pentacles here. Pentacles are it's slow moving energy. When we're talking about energy, it's slow moving. So it's like you're working on the building blocks of your future, okay? Your future security, your stability, but it feels like there's a new way of the way that you're thinking about how you're going about this, the process, how you're doing it, whatever that is for you. It feels different than it did in the past. It feels like you've let some things go, okay? I would say it was your way of thinking. With the swords here, because we've got the 9 of Swords in reverse, letting go of anxiety from the past, letting go of all the stress from the past. And this page here is new energy, okay? Its pages are... they're not necessarily naive, it's more innocent, okay? So that's telling me it's a new way of thinking. You may even be going with the flow more than you used to, okay? Where in the past, maybe you just, you got too worked up about certain things, wasn't doing you any favors, so you kind of let that go, and now you're trying to move forward with a different way of thinking, okay? If that resonates, okay? What else do we have for Sagittarius? Okay, Seven of Swords. More sword energy here. There's some... Okay. So, this is your future energy here. The Four of Pentacles, like it's like holding back or holding on too tight to something. With the Sun in reverse... With the Sun in reverse, that's kind of... It's that could create some unhappiness for you, or you're unhappy with someone else who could be, I don't know. There's something here with the Seven of Swords. It can be an energy of trying to get away with something, or distrusting somebody. I'll get more with my other deck when I get some more cards, just to clarify some more. Or it could be, you know, it could be hanging on to something either material or financial, because there's something you're not going to be trusting. Let me get my other deck. Spirit, please clarify the Seven of Swords. Tell me more about the Seven of Swords. Ten of Swords in reverse. There could have been something from the past that makes you, I don't know if this relates to you personally as far as how you were doing things in the past. It can even relate to this. If you try to kind of let go of some old ways, the shadow work, bringing to the surface some things, kind of looking at yourself, a deep dive. It could be in the future something pops up where you're trying to like hold on to the new ways that you've created, but there's something that comes up that could bring that kind of energy from the past back. All right. Five of Wands. Yeah, it could create some kind of internal struggle, some kind of competition, whether it's a friend, a family member, whatever that is. Okay. There's something in the future energies here. It's not clear, okay, unless my spirit guide should happen to chime in here for me. It's not clear yet whether this is you or someone else, but this Five of Wands can be like an internal battle with yourself, okay? Like I said, fighting with, I've stopped doing that. I've let it go. I'm not going to, act that way or do these things anymore. And then in the future, it could be, you could kind of slip back to the old ways because you don't trust the new way that you're doing things. Okay. So if that makes sense, I don't know. All right. Let's go back here to your past energy with this Nine of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Spirit, tell me more about this, please. Let me clarify. Knight of Cups. Instantly when I saw this card, now, if I'm doing a romance reading, I call him Mr. Charming. Okay. This Knight of Cups. But instantly, when this card hit the table, what I felt was this whatever this in the past was that you've tried to let go of, it's something really close to your emotional, your feelings, something really close to your heart. Whether this is about someone in your life who's older, a mother, father, whatever, um, or just yourself, it was really important to you on an emotional level. Wasn't just your thought process, it's really tied to your emotions. Okay. Could be why you've had so much anxiety about this, whether it's a one-time situation, it's been an ongoing thing, whatever that is, it's really tied to you emotionally. Very important. Okay. Eight of Wands. There could have even been if this involves somebody else, it could have involved some discussions, okay? Communications, lots of fiery energy. This Eight of Wands here, okay? With the Knight of Cups. There could have been times where you got really heated, Sagittarius. You are a fire sign. It happens. I know. I'm a fire sign. But it feels like there was a lot of conversations about this, maybe even arguments, disagreements, that type of thing. Okay? And like I said, it's something you feel very strongly about, okay? Both in your thoughts and your emotions, okay? It's very important for you. It doesn't feel like something that's not important, okay? It feels like it's of a great importance to you, Sagittarius. So trying to let go of this or things involved with this, I feel like would be very difficult, okay? So let's go on. Tell me more about this Page of Swords. The Emperor in reverse. This is an Aries card, okay? The Emperor. It's in reverse. So now the Emperor in reverse is not... This is a card of anger for me, okay? The Emperor is a take charge energy. Completely in control. You see him, he's all laid back. He's like, yeah, look at me sitting here, barking orders at people, telling people what to do. In reverse, it's a little wacky. It's some fire energy gone wrong. That's what I call this type of energy. But it's here with this Page of Swords, which I said before is fresh, new, young energy, meaning I feel it's almost like you're trying to turn a new leaf with this, okay? So there could have been times in the past where you got really angry, really just could be defensiveness, over controlling even, okay? Trying to control certain situations regarding finances or material things. It feels like that's what it's relating to because of the pentacles that are here. All right. Okay, what about this Knight of Pentacles? Tell me more, Spirit. Two of Cups. Okay. This involves, I feel, a connection with another person. This Two of Cups here is a close connection. I'm trying to do this without showing my horrendous nails, Sagittarius. This Two of Cups, you can see there's two people, two cups, but they're blending together here and it's all flowing together. You're building this future I feel like for you and another person. Okay, this person involved with you in this Two of Cups. This is what's clarifying this Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So I feel like this is an energy of like, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm doing all the things that I should be doing, you know, to build this, to do this, to get this in order, while at the same time maybe trying to change your ways on how you deal with this person that's with you. Hold on one moment. Okay, sorry, I had to get a drink. My allergies are kicking my ass right now. So there could have been times where you and the other person, you know, maybe you had words, you had arguments, you snapped at them. You maybe tried to control things too much, okay? I feel like you're changing that. It could be a slow process. And even building this financial or material future, this Knight of Pentacles, that's what's telling me that that's what you're doing. Okay. This Knight here is all about working on the future. Working on career, money, job, material things. All right. Okay, let's see what else. I want to get one on this future energy of this Four of Pentacles with the Sun in reverse. Tell me more. High Priestess in reverse. The High Priestess is a very spiritual card for me, okay? Pisces energy. This is about times where you're keeping things to yourself, okay? It's a very spiritual card because it's about knowing you're going to feel things. You may have dreams. Normally, the High Priestess can keep secrets, okay? Working on things behind the scenes, but not telling anybody. But here it's in reverse. I feel like even you may have a tendency to keep too much hidden, to hold on too much, because it's clarifying this Four of Pentacles, okay? There could be times or situations where you want to share something, but then you don't. You feel, yeah, well, I should really kind of enlighten other people about this. But there's a fear that I'm feeling from this, okay? Some kind of fear about this letting go process when it involves other people. You may have a tendency to kind of hang on too tightly, not share enough information, perhaps. Spirit's making me aware, there could even be signs or symbols, synchronicities that you're missing. It's like you're not paying attention to certain things that are coming to you to help you, and you're missing it, okay? It could be as simple as a book, a song, something you see on the TV, the internet, something somebody even says to you, that's for your benefit. But if you're so worked up in like the daily life and what you're doing at the time, sometimes it's easy to miss signs, synchronicities, okay? I feel like in the near future, maybe within the next 3 months or 3-4 months, there's going to be something that's going to be revealed to you in a special way, okay? It could even come in the form of an animal, something out of the ordinary that you normally don't see, and it, whether it's a fox, an owl, whatever, okay? If this does happen, leave a comment on any video, Sagittarius video, whatever, and you don't know the meaning, you can always ask me, because I do have knowledge of certain animals and what that message can mean, okay? Native American tribes have a strong belief in this, okay? There are times where you'll see a certain animal. If you see a hawk or an eagle, it's kind of a message to pay closer attention, okay? If you think about how the animal does things, okay? What their nature is, how they see their prey, how they kind of move through the world, all right? It's a whole another topic I could go on about, but I'm not going to. But I feel like there's something out of the ordinary. It could even be a horse, because there's a horse on this sun card, okay? It would be an animal or a bird or something like that that you don't normally see on a day-to-day basis. It would be out of the ordinary where you're like, holy shit, like where did this come from? What's, this is weird kind of thing, okay? I feel like I feel like that's important, and I need to say that, okay? Spirit is making me aware. I want to clarify the sun. Why is this here, please? Page of Wands, okay. There could be that hesitant behavior that I mentioned before about holding on too tightly to certain things. Something it's like you're not putting in enough energy into something in the future. There's some, it could be a part of this letting go that I feel like some of you have been doing, letting go of parts of you or certain behaviors to benefit you as well as you and other people, okay? And I feel like it may be out of a fear. It's kind of, it feels fear-based, like, oh, I can't let that go just yet. I've been that way so long, I just can't do it. Or if I let go of that, then it's going to screw up my plans or whatever that is. If that makes, because some of this does not make sense for me, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to make sense for me. It has to make sense for you. It doesn't have to, but if it's for your benefit, I hope you understand. And I feel like right at the point in the future when you're really struggling with this, whatever that ends up to be, this animal, bird, whatever, out of the ordinary, I feel like it's going to show up, okay? It's going to be a sign. It's going to be symbolism on how to get through this process. And this right here is the most important thing I feel I need to say, okay? More than, like, what happened in the past, this current energy. This here, there is something in the future energy within the next 3 or 4 months. This is kind of like a red flag, but it's about you personally. This here, I mean, yes, it will relate to people who you have relationships with in your life, but mainly yourself, because it feels like this is a bigger blockage for you energy-wise. And it will affect how you're trying to build and go towards the future. there is something here, and this high priestess is like she's upside down, but she's staring at me here with this Four of Pentacles, okay? And this Five of Wands, this internal kind of struggle. It's all of this could stop you from something moving forward, something in the future, 3 or 4 months down the road. There's something here. And it just feels like a big part of you, okay? It could be something that has affected you your entire life, or only when it comes to building things financially or materialistic things, you know, security. It could be a toxic behavior. I don't know, okay? It feels like there's fear surrounding this. It's almost like I've gone through this transformation. I've been working on these things so hard, and then getting in the future a little bit and hitting this roadblock. It almost feels like the one last thing that you could be working on personally that you don't, out of fear. Out of fear. There's something that involves letting go here. Letting loose a little bit in regards to this, and it's like you're not doing that, okay? So if that makes sense, Sagittarius, I hope it does, because when I get these cues from my guides, sometimes things come so fast, it comes out jumbled. I apologize, but the feeling, you know, that I get, and I always trust my feeling, my gut feeling when I'm doing these readings, it's this right here. It's this energy of kind of, there's something there that still is going to need to be released, and you're not going to want to do that. Whatever that's going, it's difficult for you. It's extremely difficult for you, okay? There's a fear surrounding that, and it's going to be a difficult process. I feel like you're going to know what this is, okay? With this high priestess, that's what she's about. She's about knowing. She's about spiritual downloads, dreams, visions, just knowing I got goosebumps. Okay, my guides are agreeing with me here. They're agreeing with me now. I got goosebumps. That's about knowing. It's like, you know, on that subconscious level what this is and what it would mean if you let it go, but you're too afraid, okay, to either let it go or change it. Whatever this is here, this is the reason for this reading. The letting go, the purification, and the magic, okay? This came out right under this third card, which is the future energy, where I said that is subconscious a lot of the times, okay? It's about bringing forward, bringing up the shit that you don't want to deal with, all right? But once you do and it's gone, that energy is not going to weigh you down anymore, okay? Anyway, Sagittarius, I am sorry for rambling. Please feel free to leave a comment below if this resonated for you. I appreciate all of you, whether you're subscribers, new watchers, just passing by. I do appreciate it. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you next time.